guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl GlammedBritt with another video. So it's gonna be kind of a short intro just because my little one is up. So if you don't hear her now, you will. Just, ignore her. But anyways, I have been talking about this story time for, I don't know, quite some time now. And I finally found the time to record it, and I did like a little simple look. So I'm thinking about recording it, maybe. But if you guys do want to see it, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. But yeah, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to hear about how I found out I was pregnant with my little girl, just keep watching. All right, so I did this eye. Kind of already started this eye because I wanted to hurry up and record this video just before my little one wakes up. But yeah, so this story is from 2018. So no, I'm not pregnant. This is how I found out I was pregnant with my little girl. So anyways, at this point in my life, I'm living my best life. I'm in Vegas. I'm working a good job. My schedule's cool. I love my job. Like, everything's cool. I didn't really have any complaints in life. So fast forward, I meet Naomi's dad, and like things blossom. It was super nice, super cool. We were vibing. We weren't in a relationship at this point, but we were kicking it. Y'all know how that goes. So anyways, somewhere in this point, so I originally had the Mirena IUD, and all good things must come to an end. So it did end up expiring, so I had to get it out. And then some things happened. That's another story for another time. But anyways, summary is, we end up like moving in together. So we're living together, everything's cool. So at this point, like I said, I don't have birth control. We're both aware that I don't have birth control. We're just being careless. So prior to getting my IUD removed, I hadn't had like a cycle or anything. So I wasn't really prepared for my first one. Like, y'all, I don't even want to talk about it, but let's just say it took about a little over a month for my cycle to come. And I had all like the regular PMS symptoms times 10, but and I don't know if it's because I didn't have a cycle before, and I was just being a baby, or like it was just like the hormones coming down. But anyways, yeah, so during that time, like I said, it took over a month for my cycle to come, and during that time I ended up taking a pregnancy test because I didn't understand why my period hadn't come. My doctors didn't really have an answer for me, and they were just like, just check to see if you're pregnant because it can happen. So I ended up getting 2 little Dollar Tree tests or whatever. So I took the test, and it was negative, right? So I'm like, cool. Well, I'm kind of like not cool because I had read like some things about IUD, and I'm like, did I like mess up my body? But yeah, but I wasn't worried about that stuff because I wasn't necessarily planning, like I wasn't like expecting to be pregnant or planning it. We weren't working on a kid mentally. We weren't really like planning for a kid. So anyways, my cycle comes. It is absolutely horrible. And then it ends, And so it is, you know, next cycle time or whatever. So I'm waiting on my next cycle to come. And this, I want to say, is like 2 weeks before it was supposed to come, because I had like a little period tracker or whatever, just a little period tracker to like just start tracking it, because you know now this is something that I have to do. So yeah, it was like, this is 2 weeks before like it's supposed to come, because obviously a period tracker can't predict when your cycle's gonna come. I just want to be prepared, kind of. So 2 weeks before, I start getting these like weird pinching like feelings. I don't know how to explain it. I really like, I don't even know what to say besides just pinching. It was just like a discomfort in my stomach, and just like cramps, I guess you would say. Yeah, like cramps, but it was just like a different kind of cramp. And that was like, you know, not too weird to me, because you know I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, my cycle's coming. But it was a little weird because it's like, okay, girl, you early. So yeah, there was that. And then the fatigue started to set in. So I'm like very tired. So it was like, you know, I would come home from work and I would just, so I'd get off like 6 or whatever, and then I would come home from work and just literally want to sleep. I would sleep until like about 12, and then yeah, I would sleep till about 12, and then I'd wake up, and then I'd go to sleep until obviously the morning when I have to wake up. And it wasn't super early. It was probably like, I don't know, 6, 7. It wasn't early. It was like the time that you usually wake up as an adult. So I was so tired. It was like really painful to wake up. Even like one instance, I was getting up for work and I was just crying because I did not want to get up. Like, I was so tired. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like my whole body was just so tired. I could feel it everywhere. And you know, I didn't know why. Like, I didn't understand why. All I knew is I was exhausted and I wanted to go to sleep. So that particular day, I remember crying because I didn't want to get ready for work because I just wanted to sleep. I was sitting in like the shower floor just crying my heart out. So yeah, there was that. So that was a sign. But, you know, obviously at the time, I did not know. I literally thought, you know, girl, you just tired. Like, it's okay because life, like. So after that, so like, okay, I would, like how I was saying, oh, you know, I would come home and I would have my wine. That's another thing. So I had like a favorite wine at the time. I don't remember what it is, but all I know is that this wine tastes like, oh shoot, I'm forgetting to do something. Yeah, this wine tastes so bad. Like, it literally tastes like Everclear when I would drink it. And I'm just like, how? Like, this is my favorite. So that was a little weird to me, but you know, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm just like, nah. You know, it's probably just a bad bottle, which that makes absolutely no sense. But I'm not thinking about it, baby. I'm not thinking about the possibility that I could be pregnant. I mean, you guys have to understand, I took a test and I was doing all the same stuff and it said negative. So in my mind, you know, I'm just waiting on my cycle. So I actually went to go buy another bottle too, because I'm like, nah, this bottle is bad. So then let me see, I'm trying to like remember. Oh, okay, so like I was saying about me waking up at 12, I would wake up at 12 And I don't know if you guys, like, anybody who remembers or if they still have it, but Sonic, which I absolutely hate, and I do not like Sonic's food. And yeah, but anyway, I would like wake up, and you know, the people that know me know that I am not a sweets person. I never really have been. I kind of would do sweets now, after, you know, since after Naomi, but I'm not a sweets person. I don't like ice cream. I don't like none of that stuff. And I would wake up and I would want it so bad. I would literally be craving it. And that was a little weird, you know, because I don't like sweets. But, you know, I'm still not thinking anything of it. And what's funny is even, you know, Naomi's dad thought that was a little weird, but, you know, like I said, we're not thinking about that stuff. So now it's getting closer to, even closer to cycle time. And I'm not getting any of the symptoms, the PMS symptoms that I should be getting. I'm not breaking out. I'm not moody. I don't know. It was different. It was really different. But I just thought, you know, it's only your second cycle. So, you know, maybe your body's just, I don't know, doing some stuff, you know. So, pregnancy hasn't come up in my mind yet, like, at all. So, this is week of, okay? So, we're gonna skip to week of. So, the week of predicted cycle. So, I wanna say this was like a Wednesday. This lady, one of our customers, I was helping her, and she came to me, you know, as I was leaving, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, what do you use on your skin? Like, you're glowing." And I'm like, I never got compliments on my skin before. So first I'm like, this lady is like, you know, joking, like, ah ha ha, my skin is glowing. But yeah, she was like dead serious, and she was like, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, I use this, I use this, all this stuff that obviously wasn't working because prior to, you know, me getting pregnant, I didn't have like great skin. So I'm not paying attention to this lady, but you know, I'm just entertaining her and telling her what I use. And you know, just like, wow, like, I'm glowing, that's cool. That means this stuff is working that I bought. So, yeah, that was a little weird to me too. But, you know, I'm like, whatever. Like I said, I'm still not thinking anything of it. So, then I had this other customer, and he came in, and he was a smoker, nice guy, but he was a smoker. And I was helping him, and I swear I could smell every cigarette this man has ever smoked. Excuse me. It was so bad. Like, I literally could not breathe. I was holding my breath to talk to him, and I felt so bad because I'm like, yo, like, do I really hate smoke that bad? I mean, I didn't care for it, but yeah, he smelled so bad. So that was a little weird too. So kind of after that, I started feeling like a little off. You know, I just started like thinking about all these things that I was feeling, you know, the previous week, and you know, all the things that I'm experiencing now. And I was just like, you know, this stuff is a little weird. But like, from what I know about like pregnancy, or from what I thought I knew, I thought, oh, okay, if you're pregnant, you will have morning sickness. And I didn't necessarily feel sick, so I didn't think that I was pregnant. I thought maybe it's a possibility, but I'm like, nah, I'm not sick. Like, I based literally being sick. Like that was like pregnancy to me. Like you have to be sick. So yeah, I'm still thinking, oh, my period's coming, but I'm like, maybe something's a little off. So I remember I still had a test, and so now I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna wait until Saturday. I think like the projected date of my cycle, projected start date was like a Saturday. So like I said, it's Wednesday at this point. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait until Saturday. And if I don't see Miss Flo, then I'm gonna take this little stupid test or whatever, just to give my head, like, just to give me peace of mind. You know, it ain't nothing worse than like wondering if you're pregnant, like waiting on your period or whatever. And you know, we all been there, so it is what it is, but we all been there. We all like have questioned it. If you haven't, kudos to you, girl. Like, kudos to being responsible and all that good stuff. But like I said, I wasn't being responsible. We weren't being responsible. So oh well. But yeah, so Saturday rolls on, and I am in the bathroom every 5 seconds checking my drawers, like, where you at, girl? You know, I'm looking, I'm checking, like, y'all. When I say I know my boss was tired of me, because I was trying to make sure that, you know, my special girl was here. And obviously, no, I didn't start my cycle. But like I said, I'm still like, where's my wipe? Hold on. Yeah, I'm still like, nah, can't be, you know? Because I'm like trying to find every reason in my head that I couldn't be pregnant. So I'm like, no, this app doesn't know what it's talking about, because, you know, how can it know when my cycle's gonna start? And I'm like, maybe I'm stressed, like, maybe I'm stressed, maybe this, maybe that, you know, just any excuse in the book, seriously. So, yeah. So, anyways, boyfriend, or like I said, he wasn't my boyfriend at the time, but he's my boyfriend now. I'm gonna just keep calling him boyfriend. But just know, at the time, we was just, you know, kicking it. So, boyfriend came to come pick me up, and, you know, I went home. I was a little tired, but, you know, I wasn't thinking nothing of it because I had been tired all week. So I'm just thinking, or I had been tired for like 2 weeks straight. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, maybe my energy is just not up, you know, whatever. Normal stuff. So I tell myself, like, okay, you're just going to take this test. You know it's going to say negative, but just take it just so you'll stop worrying, you know. So it's just not even a thought in your head. Like, whatever. So I go in our room. I grabbed the test because I had like a little drawer with my stuff in it. So I grabbed the test, and I go in the bathroom, you know, I get my stuff ready. I go get some wine because it's nasty now. I mean, I was gonna stop drinking it, huh? But anyways, I go get some wine, and I like to drink my wine in the shower. It's like a spa day. It's a weird fun fact about me. But I get my wine, I set it on like the shower edge or whatever, and I take the test. So like, if you guys know like the Dollar Tree test, you know, like you have to like put your pee in like the plastic cup, and then you put it on the test, right? So it's not like the one that, you know, you pee on. It's not like a first response or anything. So yeah, anyways, I take my test, and then I hop in the shower, and I'm not thinking anything of anything. Like, I'm not worried about this test. I done forgot about the test. I'm just enjoying my shower, enjoying my wine, and then I want to go take my nap. So I sound so lazy. I want to go take my nap, but now I was tired. So yeah. So I'm getting out of the shower or whatever after I finish, you know, everything, washing, drinking. So I get out of the shower and what hang up in? Oh, I leave, you know, I'm gonna go put on my lotion and stuff in the room and just get all, you know, oiled up and stuff. So I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot about that test. Just cause, you know, I'm remembering, oh, I have to throw it away. You know, I'm not really like thinking about like checking it, cause I'm like, I already know it's gonna say negative. So I go to grab this test, y'all. And I'm gonna put a picture so y'all can see this test. But I go to grab this test, and like as I'm throwing it away, I like stop, and I'm like, that was so dramatic what I just did. I stop, and I'm like looking at it, you know. I'm like really looking at it, and I'm like, am I crazy? Like, did I pour too much wine in this cup? Like, am I drunk? I see the faintest little line. Like, y'all will see. It is literally, it was like, literally, like nothing was there. And, you know, like I said, I didn't know much about like a pregnancy test or what, you know, it looked like. So I'm like, well, this can't be right because, you know, it's not dark. Like, it was so light, and I was like, no, it can't be. So I'm like, the bathroom didn't have like the best lighting, so I'm like standing on the counter at this point, and I'm like just looking at the test, like, you know, putting it close to the light. I'm like, that you know, and I still kind of see a line, but I'm like, nah. So anyways, I had, you know, that pregnancy app or whatever, or it wasn't a pregnancy app, it's like a period app, but I want to say it's like Glow. The name is called Glow. It's a cool app, so you guys should download it if, you know, you want a cool pregnancy or a cool period tracker. But anyways, like, it had like a section where there's like people that talk about periods, or people that talk about pregnancy, people talk about miscarriages, people talk about things that women go through, you know, or just funny stuff. Like, you know, girls be talking about their boyfriends on there, like, it's funny. You know, we got a vent somewhere, but it's a nice like women's community, so it's something to check out. But anyways, I ended up taking the picture and taking a picture of it, and I put it on the app. And I'm just like I had seen that a lot of like women, you know, ask just to be sure, you know, they're like, hey, do you guys see something on this test? So I did that. I was like, hey, do you guys see something on this test? Let me know. I think it's negative, blah, blah, blah. And so I want to say like not even 5 seconds later, I get all these, congratulations, mama. I see something positive, yay. And obviously, you know, it wasn't a yay for me. So I'm like, what? So now I'm like looking at it extra hard, and I'm like, these women are crazy. Like, they want me to be pregnant so bad.
I am not pregnant.
So I was just ridiculous. Like, all that I went through just for a test to still be positive was just ridiculous. But anyway, so I'm like, no. So I text my friend. She has a kid, so I'm like, okay, well, you know, she knows what pregnancy tests look like when they're positive. Obviously, she had a baby. So let me text her and ask her if she sees something. Because at this point, you know, I haven't, like, told Dad. Like, I'm in the bathroom by myself. So anyway, I text her, and I don't know if it's like the lighting or anything, but she's like, you know, I can't see anything. I don't see anything. What are you talking about? Like, you're all right. Don't worry. You know, don't stress about anything. Your cycle's coming. So I still feel kind of uneasy about it, because I'm like, okay, these people see something, and, you know, she doesn't see anything, and I trust her judgment. But, you know, I was like, I feel a little uneasy, like something don't feel right. And then I just started thinking about all that stuff that I have been, like, you know, dealing with all week. So I'm like, something's up. You know, you just kind of feel off. Like, if you've ever been pregnant, you kind of know something's a little weird, you know. So I ended up sending the picture to my mom, and she texted me back and she's like, yeah, you're pregnant. And she was like, you know, there's not a false positive, boo. Like, there's a baby in your uterus, okay? So like, then she calls me and I just started crying, y'all. Like, at this point, like, I made my way outside. It was like a little balcony, or not a balcony, but look, a little porch or whatever. So I'm like on the porch because I just didn't want to talk in front of boyfriend. So, which is, I should have like came to him first, huh? But anyway, it was just so much going on, like, and I was just like, nah, I'm not pregnant, right? So anyway, she starts, you know, talking to me, and then I start crying because I'm just like overwhelmed. Like, I'm like, what the heck? You know, like it's intense, you know, to get a unexpected positive test. So I was like so overwhelmed. I, you know, started thinking about the fact that, you know, me and this guy aren't technically like, you know, we're not together. We're not in a relationship at this point. It's not really technically like we weren't together. We were just doing relationship stuff without the title, and it was cool. And you know, but now I'm pregnant. Like, now I have a baby, and it's just like, also I am pro-choice, so I was thinking about, you know, me, if it's even something that I wanted to continue with. So anyway, I'm like, I still don't feel 100% confident about this test. Like, I'm just mentally denying it, like, up and down. And so I'm like, okay, well, I work on Monday. Obviously, I didn't work on Sunday. I worked at a bank, so I'm like, okay, I work on Monday. So if I get a positive test on Monday, then boom, I'm pregnant. So I spent all night, all weekend, basically searching out, oh, what's the best pregnancy test? And I'm about to save y'all some money. If you take a pregnancy test, it doesn't matter where you get it from. If that line, if you have 2 lines on there, straight up and down 2 lines, it don't matter what color, it don't matter, you know, what, you're pregnant. Just don't even waste your money on these extra tests like I did, because it's a waste. And it's like, no, baby, you're pregnant. Like, the hormones are in your body, and you only produce that cluster of hormones when you're pregnant. So get pregnant. Just don't buy any more tests. Just go ahead and schedule that appointment to see your OBGYN. Don't buy any more tests. But, you know, I had to check. So, according to my search, it was clear blue and the first response test. But I looked at the price of the clear blue and I was like, honey, I don't care what I am. I'm not buying no clear blue test to see if I'm pregnant, because they're expensive. Like, so the alternative was first response. So I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna get. So anyways, I go to work on Monday, and I had like an hour break, so I walk, like, it was like a little Target, and I walked there and I grabbed my first response, and then I walked back to the store, or to the branch, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take my test, you know, at work. Ooh, baby's up. Hold on. All right, so the little one is up, and it kind of looks like I maybe am a different position. I just switched my camera around. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, so I go get my test, and then I go back to my branch, and you know, put everything in my little bag, because, you know, I don't need people knowing my business. So yeah, I'm on the phone with my friend at this point. And, you know, she just asked me like how I feel and stuff like that. You know, asking me about like what I'm thinking and all that stuff. You know, just being a good, concerned friend. So I had never really used, okay, ma'am. I never really used one of these tests before, so, you know, it's like my first time, like, peeing on a stick. So, I, you know, take the test. I sit down. I'm like on the toilet at this point, and I pee on the stick, and, you know, pretty much just waiting on the results. And when I tell y'all, so you guys know when you take like a pregnancy test, you know, you wait for the pee to like fully go through the test before you look at it or whatever. So anyways, not me. I'm waiting, or I'm like looking at it. You know, I didn't pee on it. I'm looking at it. And I think it's like the T is like the test, like that's the positive, you know, line or whatever. And then it's control next. And before like I could even see the T, like the positive whatever line, the P outlined the line. And then immediately I'm like, yo, I'm pregnant. That was it. I mean, I was like, no, like, and then, you know, 2 seconds later, I see 2 lines, and I'll put that test up somewhere here too. So, you know, that was like my confirmation test, because it was as clear as day. Boo, you pregnant. Like, there was no question. So anyway, yeah, I end up calling my dad. You know, I wanted to tell him, you know, I was 22 at the time. So, you know, I was grown. You know, I didn't really have any problem telling him or whatever. Like I was scared to tell my dad that I was pregnant. A little uncomfortable, because, you know, you don't want to just call up your dad out of the blue like, hey, I'm pregnant, and, you know, the dude's not my boyfriend, he's not my husband. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, anyways, I call him, and, you know, he answers, and he's like, I'm like, guess what, Dad? And then he's like, what? Or no, I'm lying. That's not how it went. I call him, I'm like, guess what? And then he's like, you're pregnant. And then I'm like, yes. And y'all, his reaction was so beautiful. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better, like, just reaction to the news. It was so amazing. He started crying, you know, he was so happy. And that took away like a lot of uncertainty for me. Like, I was really like, oh my God, what the heck? But, you know, he just made it so much better. So that was so beautiful. And yeah, for the rest of the day, I was like on cloud 9, y'all. Like, that was freaking amazing, like amazing. But I'm gonna finish this off camera, feed the baby, and then I'll come back. All right, so I have little Miss Loudmouth next to me, but just try to tune her out. But yeah, this is the finished look, and I hope you guys like it, because I love it. Excuse me, ma'am. Stop. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.